Good to see you again. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, is that a new outfit you're wearing? Looks good. Well, anyway, last time we gave an intro to this series of stories about my stroke recovery, and I would like to get on to something that's actually a real topic, and that is on advice that I've received from professionals, good, bad, or indifferent, but things that either made my recovery faster, better, or may have held me back because it wasn't so good. We'll get into that later. Anyway, when I was first in the hospital, that was Christmas Day, actually, my first full day, and a lot of people weren't on duty, so it was on the first business day after that, the 26th. People came into my room just bombarding me with information about the hospital and about policies and treatment options and things that were going to happen. How was all this stuff going to get paid for? Just a whole litany of people who came through, and of course, I was out of it. I mean, I had a stroke. I barely knew where I was. I was in a lot of pain. I was really tired because, you don't sleep in hospital beds and all that. And so, they came through and told me a lot of it. I don't remember it at all. I just don't. But luckily my wife was there, and she was able to take notes and that and get some useful information. But there were some things that I do remember. I remember I got a lot of good advice. And for example, they do a lot of initial assessments on you. They check you to see, can you swallow, can you speak, do you remember, do you know where you are, can you move? It didn't take long because I couldn't move very much. So anyway, but what I do remember is they said a really important thing. They said, there's no way to know how your recovery is going to go. No two strokes are alike, and no two stroke patients are alike. But the number one determining factor in how well you do recover is going to be you. Medically, there's not really much we can do for you. We can teach you some things, but there's no treatment for this other than just working real hard and staying focused. And it's a tough road ahead of you. Just accept that idea right now. Boy, they weren't kidding there. So that was really great advice. That was really great advice. And the other thing I learned, and this takes a little perspective, as they said it would, is they said, right now you don't realize it. You probably don't realize it, but as stroke patients go, you're lucky. You've had a very serious event here, and essentially a chunk of my brain was gone forever. And they said, but you're actually very fortunate in terms of the stroke you had and the condition you're in. So I was extremely grateful for those bits of advice, and there was a lot of other stuff too, of course. And overall, I really want to make sure I get this across, is that the people who took care of me in Wichita were just wonderful, with one exception. They were just wonderful people. They were so caring and so kind and so gentle and so patient and so knowledgeable. I just can't say enough great things about these. I mean, I was scared out of my wits. My wife was scared out of her wits. We didn't know, I didn't know. Was I going to die? I had no idea. But they reassured me and helped me and really got my way on the road to recovery. And I'm eternally grateful. Maybe I'll do a separate episode about some of the people who helped in specific ways. But anyway, so that was really good. But the counterpoint is, though, there was one piece of advice I got that was really awful. And I want to share this with you because I think maybe you've had some sort of similar experience. And that piece of advice was, well, with stroke patients, the recovery goes pretty well the first 6 months, and after that, that's pretty much it. You won't really recover much after 6 months. And at the time, I thought, geez, I hope that isn't true, because I got a long way to go here. And I said, well, I said, okay, but we'll see. Anyway, as events would prove, that was really terrible advice, and I know a lot of stroke patients, maybe even most, don't make a lot of progress after 6 months, but I've made a lot. It's been hard, it's taken hard work, but there were things that 6 months after the stroke I couldn't do that I can do now. My reading comprehension is much better. I got my driver's license renewed. I can put my own shoes on, which took a long time to get back. There's just many things. I'm starting to be able to use my right hand again to do very simple tasks. In addition to regaining a lot of ability past that, it made me realize that 6 month limitation really isn't concrete. It would be if I let it be, but I won't. You know, and it may be I won't get better, but I won't fully recover. Maybe, I don't know. But it won't be because I didn't try. So let me ask you, was there advice that you were given in a particular situation that helped or didn't help or was indifferent or whatever? I would really like to hear about it. I would like it if you would leave me a comment or send me an email at srlucado@gmail.com. Tell me your story. I'm really interested. So once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Don't know when or what the next episode will be, but I'm sure there'll be one coming before too much longer. So again, thanks, and we'll see you next time.